Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Friday, August 15th, 2025. I'm Victoria Cashmore. Major currencies showed strength against the greenback today. The US dollar had a notably weak session against the euro, dropping 0.51%. Against the British pound, it continues its very strong negative trend. Looking at returns, the greenback's weakness is particularly evident in monthly figures, declining 2.5% against the euro and sterling. Year to date, it's down over 11% versus the euro. The dollar managed slight gains against the Canadian dollar and yuan, though both moves were modest. Against the Singapore dollar, it's showing a strong negative trend despite recent consolidation. Weekly returns show the greenback gained about 0.5% against the loonie. However, year-to-date performance remains negative against most major currencies, notably down 6% versus the Singapore dollar.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Austria leads today's gains, rising 1.8% to market's third consecutive all-time high. Japan follows with a 1.7% gain, also reaching a new peak. Sweden and Finland show strong upward momentum, while Brazil breaks out from recent consolidation. Looking at returns, Austria shows impressive gains with a 54% return year-to-date. Japan and Finland both report strong month-to-date returns of 8.9% and 4% respectively. Sweden and Brazil are both showing consistent positive momentum with year-to-date returns around 25%. Among today's decliners, Hong Kong leads the losses, down 0.81%, followed by Indonesia dropping 0.69%. United Kingdom slipped 0.55%, while Taiwan and South Korea both broke down from recent consolidation patterns. Despite today's declines, year-to-date returns remain strong. South Korea leads with a 44% gain, while Hong Kong is up 27%. United Kingdom and Taiwan show gains of 21% and 16% respectively, while Indonesia remains relatively flat for the year.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures and silver futures both closed down slightly, with mixed positive trends. Copper futures rose marginally despite a very strong negative trend. Palladium futures dropped notably, falling 3.1%. Year-to-date returns show gold and silver leading the metals with gains of 28% and 29.8% respectively. Copper and aluminum posted modest gains, while palladium showed strength with a 22.8% return. Energy futures showed broad weakness. Brent crude and crude oil futures fell 1.4% and 1.8% respectively. Natural gas broke higher by 2.6% after 3 flat days. Heating oil extended its losing streak to 4 days. Energy futures show significant year-to-date declines. Crude oil and Brent both down over 11%. Natural gas has experienced the steepest decline, falling nearly 20%. Gasoline remains the only positive performer, up 3.5%. Livestock futures showed strength across the board. Live cattle and feeder cattle rose 1.6% and 2% respectively, maintaining very strong positive trends. Corn surged 8.2%, while Class II milk gained 3.9%. Year-to-date returns in livestock show impressive gains. Feeder cattle leads with a 32% return, followed by live cattle at 21%. Lean hogs gained 10.8% despite recent volatility. Class II milk has declined 11%. In grains, Corn futures surged 8.2% in its third consecutive positive day. Soybean futures rose 1.3% in a very strong positive trend. Rough rice broke lower after 5 days of flat trading, while oats gained 1.1%. Year-to-date grain returns show mixed performance. Soybeans and oats post modest gains of 3.2% and 2.4% respectively. Corn has declined 11.5%, while wheat is down 9.3%. Soft commodities showed mixed performance today. Coffee futures led the group with a significant rise of 5.4%, closing at 336.10, marking its third consecutive positive day with strong upward volatility. Cocoa edged slightly higher, while cotton, sugar, and orange juice all declined marginally. Looking at returns, coffee futures posted impressive gains across all time frames, with a notable 13.6% return month to date. Orange juice shows the steepest year-to-date decline at nearly 50%. Cocoa has struggled as well, down 29% this year, despite a positive week-to-date return of 3.8%.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day World Currency, Markets and Commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.